Welcome back to Africa 54. I'm Hayde FitzPatrick. Let's take a look at what is trending. It's yet another new day in ride sharing. Uber has become the first company to make self-driving cars available to the public in the United States. And they've already hit the streets in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, as part of a pilot test program. Uber has picked a group of customers to take free rides in autonomous Ford Fusions with human drivers as backups, of course. If the self-driving cars are able to handle all the road challenges in Pittsburgh, like snowstorms, rolling hills, and a tangled web of aging roads and bridges, then you can certainly expect your first driverless Uber ride to show up at your door pretty soon. Now, tattoos may have a long and colorful history in Japan, if you didn't know. For many Japanese, tattoos are still taboo, despite their appeal for young people. As tattoos go mainstream in many Western countries, a growing number of tourists are finding themselves refused entry to hot springs, pools, gyms, and even some beaches because of their body art. So why the resistance? Gangsters. Tattoos have long been associated with the Japanese mafia and organized crime. Well, with the 2020 Olympic Games in Tokyo coming up, that should be interesting. Also, very good to know. And finally, early birds camped outside the Apple Store in Sydney the day before the long-awaited launch of the new iPhone 7. Apple enthusiasts set up camping chairs outside the store's main entrance. Some brought along tents. The situation looked pretty much the same in Tokyo. The iPhone 7 has a high-resolution camera, but no headphone jack. The biggest surprise was the debut of a 3-decade-old Nintendo game franchise, you may remember, Super Mario Bros. On the smartphone. The iPhone 7 goes on sale this Friday. And that is what's trending today. Vincent, back to you.
Thanks a lot, Hayde. Now, virtual reality, or VR, is new technology that can have applications in many industries. Companies are popping up as the science of VR continues to improve, and it can sometimes be expensive to have the equipment to view something in virtual reality. Elizabeth Lee has more.
Yosen Utomo does not have a typical job. He spends much of his day looking through tiny lenses and hopes his work will pay off.
I think it's in my blood to take risk.
Originally from Indonesia, Utomo is one of the founders of Full Dive. With several offices in Silicon Valley and Russia, Full Dive created a free mobile application for anyone with a smartphone to access virtual reality content. It is like YouTube for virtual reality. Utomo started the company 2 years ago with developing countries in mind.
In a third world country, for example, Indonesia or India, we're actually using technologies that is 10 years older, which is used in Silicon Valley. So our dream is to bring new technologies such as VR, which we are working on, to these countries. We want to create the bridge.
A bridge linking the latest technology in the United States with the rest of the world and making it affordable.
First of all, this is a cardboard, and this is Google's DIY solution, where you actually just use cardboard and just 2 plastic lenses.
Co-founder Ed O says, attach a smartphone to any one of these viewers that can be purchased online for as little as a couple of dollars, and users can be immersed in a virtual reality experience. O says the goal is to provide a social platform for all VR content, including games, VR apps, and photos.
In the latest feature of the Full Dive app, anyone with a mobile phone or even a 360 still camera can take a photo, upload it onto the Full Dive app, and share it with friends, and your friends will be able to see that photo in virtual reality.
O, who has worked in China and the United States, says he tries to bring his experience from both countries to creating the staff that makes Full Dive possible.
I want everybody to aim for the best, to do the things that people have never thought of. And that's the culture that we bring here. You know, we're trying to bring VR accessible to everyone, but that's a grand vision. How do you do that? There's so many details, and we tend to tell people every day, think more detailed.
Utomo says his goal is to create something that can impact the world. And so far, with 1.6 million downloads of the Full Dive app, he says he is on the right path to making a difference. Elizabeth Lee, VOA News, Berkeley.